Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9 Mechanism edition, because we're going to be playing with Mechanism a lot. As I said last episode, I did like a ridiculous amount of Mechanism in like a 2-hour period. So we're going to go over the rest of it now. We're going to start with, I think, probably some of these, right? Making the Crusher. Oh, we upgraded all of these as well. And then we're going to end the episode by getting some fissile fuel. Anyway, let's jump into it. Right, there we go. I got the quests right there. I'm just going to grab all of those. That has given us reinforced and a bunch of other stuff. Lovely. So that's all of that bit there done. Next up, it wants us to make an osmium compressor. Make these two things. And an energized smelter. I mean, we could go off in this direction. In fact, there's probably a really good way of making power over here. Is that still in here? Let's have a look at basic power. Okay, that's just regular power. If Mechanism was in from the start, I would have used melon power, which I always use, which is using the gas burning generators. But as we've got infinite power before it even came out, it's a little awkward, isn't it? Oh, look at the installers now. They look beastly. Love it. So I did set up all of the recipes for the advanced circuits as well, so I could like all of the different circuits. So I don't even have to touch those, which is lovely. And I just moved this crafter up a little bit and then set up like a little crafting station right here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 of each of these. So we want to make 5 basic tiers. We want to make 5 advanced, 5 elite, and then 5 ultimate. And what this will do is once we've got, okay, we've got the 5 basics, we can shift right click on here and it turns it into a factory. And as I said before, it's got like 3 slots and you can set it to auto sort. So we are going to set that to auto sort on, which means, oh damn, how much power do these take? That looks like it's taking quite a bit of power. It might not like the gate. I think the gate might be giving it not enough power, which is interesting. Because if that is the case, then I might have to... Oh no, it's still going up anyway. I might have to put the flux plugs or flux points back there. Anyway, I can stick these on each of these. They should retain all of their like sided configs and everything, so that's good. And there we go. We are zoom in right now. We've already made the advanced, so we can click these on here as well. Oh, that was a bit of lag. I think, yeah, a lot of people have started up with Mechanism on the server right now. Again, I'm going to put auto sort on all of these, because then it just does like multiple things at the same time. I'll even do it up here. Like, if we wanted to make, what is it? Steel, for example. There you go. It should send some over here. It's just doing the carbon. That comes over here. These are all coming in. I'm going to upgrade all of these logistical transporters. In fact, I'm going to set up some recipes for those. Logic. One of those, and then you use the logistical transporters to upgrade to the next tier. Right, final tier upgrade is the ultimate. Now, I made a crusher because I feel like I should put the energy upgrades in these anyway, so I am going to make the energy upgrades. The recipe is just an iron ingot and an osmium ingot to make the dust, and then you need the dust for all the rest of it. But I need to again upgrade all of these, so I am going to make, okay, each, okay, that one, start. There you go. So that's going to make us all of the different things. I love the purple. It's more pink than purple now. I don't know if that's the shaders. Maybe I turn the shaders off, see what it looks like. Okay, this looks more normal to me. I like it with the shaders. Let's put the shaders back on. Right, where do we go from here? That is the question, right? So, we basically automated all of the... Where is it? We just had a reboot. So let's have a look. We've automated all of these, and yeah, I suppose we just have to crack on with everything else. Oh, I haven't done the enriched carbon. And there it is. Quest. I've never done the quest before for like many of the stuff in all the mods, because as I said previously, like I always tend to play these packs. Like even all the mods 8, I didn't do all of the quests because I played the pack before all quests were added. And I did the same with this one, so it's really nice to see the quests come out with the mod, if you know what I mean. So what do we do now? Steel. Apparently we need to get some steel. Ooh, steel. Sweet. Oh, I just put my sword away. Okie doke. So that got us a couple of quests, and it got us all of these quests. We need to make like the basic energy cube. Oh, that is a point. Ultimate energy cube. Have they updated it? Is there any way of making creative energy cube? Needs to be energized in a power energizing rod. Good old rod, with an ATM start, otherwise acts like an expensive energy trash can. Okay, so we could have made one of these. Needs to be energized. Interesting that it doesn't have the recipe for that. But we've already got this one, so this one's fine, I think. They both provide infinite, like that one says, stored energy infinite, capacity infinite. And this one is also just infinite. So they both just output infinite FE. So that's fine, I think. Right, anyway, today we still need to probably get towards making the SPS, right? SPS. Oh, before we do that, we need to make a fission reactor. Or is it fusion? Fission. I think it's fission. Yeah, fission. So we need to make a fission reactor. So I need to set up all of the recipes for this. So that is using some lead, which is all good. And then we need the reactor ports. Don't need the fusion reactor adapter, but we do need the fuel rod assembly stuff. And we need some fissile fuel. Oh yeah, this one. Flipping heck, I forgot about fissile fuel, if I'm honest. So I'll show you the way that I do fissile fuel. So the way that I do it is this one, you need to use an isotropic centrifuge. So all of these up here will be backwards, basically. So it'll be forwards because it'll be left to right, which is good. Anyway, so you need some uranium tetrafluoride in a isotropic centrifuge. So to get this, you need a chemical infuser with hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. To get the uranium oxide, you just need to put some yellow cake uranium in a chemical oxidizer. And to get yellow cake, you put uranium in a enrichment chamber. And if we go back and back again, to get the hydrofluoric acid, there we go, hydrofluoric acid, we need to do sulfuric acid and some fluorite. So we do need fluorite, and it's got a new texture and it looks awesome. I love it. Well, so we need fluorite, sulfuric acid, which comes from sulfur trioxide and water vapor. So the sulfur trioxide is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. And the sulfur dioxide either comes from sulfur dust, or you can decondenstrate it. But yeah, I'm guessing we just get it from sulfur dust. And then have they added all the recipes for making sulfur dust, like the Mekanism way? I mean, they've got this one, which is hydrogen chloride and gunpowder makes sulfur dust. That's actually kind of useful for GregTech, I'd say. You've also got the pressurized reaction chamber, which is just water and oxygen turns coal into sulfur. Like this one here is probably a better example. This one here can just be any sort of like thing that can be replaced with water. So yeah, okay, so we got oxygen. I'm going to remove oxygen from this completely because we'll come back and we'll just do like a bunch of oxygen stuff for that. So that is how you make sulfur. So that's going to be just coal turns into sulfur. And I think that's everything we need. Did I miss anything? I probably did. My apologies. But what we're going to do is we're going to get oxygen first. Oxygen and hydrogen. So at mech. Okay, oxygen is that's liquid oxygen. We need the oxygen. So that comes from the electrolytic separator. So we're actually going to put that one in like that. We need that one as well, which means... Oh, why is it using the... Okay, fine. Fine, I'll go back through this. Gold dust. I've already got a recipe for gold dust. I swear I had a recipe for gold dust. It's right there. Okay. I don't know why it's saying I don't have that recipe. Anyway, iron dust. Can I just do this? Iron dust. Crusher. There you go. So that one can go in the crusher up here. By the way, I could have put these two iron crafters on top. I didn't even need this buffer chest. I just put this buffer chest here just for consistency with everything else. It looks stupid now that I've done it like this. You know what? I'm going to leave it though, because, you know, always admit your mistakes and all of that. So I'm going to do that. So now we can get ourselves an electrolytic separator. Yes, I think so. At mech. Okay, so that is making us all the stuff for that. And did we get it? Oh, okay. This is not JEI synchronized. That'd be why. JEI synchronized 2 ways. There we go. So we got our electrolytic separator. I'm actually going to do that one on... Let's do it on this side. Why not? I'm going to put it right here. So the electrolytic separator, you just pump water into this. You need to give it power, pump water into it. And then one side gives oxygen, the other side gives hydrogen. Because, you know, water is H2O. So you get double the amount of hydrogen as you do oxygen, because that's how much is in water in it. So kind of makes sense. I can also put the speed upgrades. So I'm going to set 8 speed upgrades. So we're going to put those in there. That's going to make us all the stuff we need. There it is. And there is the 8 speed upgrades. Plonk those in. So we need to get water into this, but I actually have a plan for this. So I'm going to pick this back up. It does keep its stuff when you break it like that. I'm going to use... again, it's a mechanism thing. Quantum Entangler Porter. So this bad boy. So I need to go over here, and I'm going to set up the recipe for this. It's an absolute amazing bit of kit. Oh, I forgot it needed refined obsidian. Did I forget that, or has it always needed refined obsidian? That's a question right there. Okay, I need to add osmium to this recipe, just like that. And then we also need an osmium compressor, so this bad boy. I don't really need to set the recipe for this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because why not? That'll go off and make us everything for the osmium compressor. This is kind of a one-time use. We don't really need it that often, if I'm honest. There we go. I'm going to stick that here. We could do with all the upgrades and stuff for this. Okay, I had to set this one up a little differently. So I actually had to set it up just like the infusing factories that I've got right here. So if I go underneath, I actually put the power underneath, and then I've got a cable come in around the back there. Kind of makes sense, right? But again, I just need to set this up exactly how I've set the rest of them up. So if I clear that, the top one is going to be the input, and then the back one is going to be the extras. So that's where the osmium is going to go. And then the front is where I'm going to set the output, and I can grab my distributor card, which is pulling into the modulator right here, and that's going to pull in like that. Right, let's get the other recipe that you can do with the osmium compressor, which is this, refined glowstone. Osmium. Oh, hello, back. There we go. So that is glowstone dust and osmium ingot. So we put that in there. I'm only doing this because it's a quest. So refined obsidian, refined glowstone. There we go. Oh, I need to put the upgrades in as well. So speed. There you go. So that is the refined. What was it? Refined obsidian, which is a quest, and then this one is going to be refined glowstone, which is another quest. You can actually make really decent armor out of refined obsidian, and you can make really decent armor out of osmium as well. Osmium is actually better than diamond, which I did point out in my All the Mods 8 tips and tricks video. So if you haven't seen that, then go and have a look. A lot of the tips don't really apply anymore. I mean, they apply even more thinking about it, because yeah, Mekanism just got added. So a lot of the tips I had were Mekanism related, I suppose, and a bunch of them were for all of the spawners and stuff as well. So I kind of explained how to do all of the spawners, which I thought was kind of neat. Anyway, I'll set a missed that one. I'll set a link to that in the description of this video. So the quantum entangler porter is actually really, really, really decent. You can use it instead of ender chest, ender tanks, like any of that sort of stuff. It's just really good at like quantum entangling stuff. It's actually a scientific thing, like quantum entanglement. It's where two things, I think, are kept in the exact same state no matter where they are in space. I've been reading a book series recently called Expositionary Force, and there's a very annoying beer can in that tries to explain this sort of stuff to humans, and it's I don't know, it's really interesting. I really like it. If anybody managed to get, that reminds me, I named all of my draugmes is how I say it, draugmes, last episode, but I don't think I ever showed them. So look at how beautiful it is with the sun and everything. If anybody can get every single one of these books' names, if you know what I mean. So each one of these characters right here is from a book. If you can get all of the series names, then let me know. So we got Quoth, Bast, Dalinar, Perrin, Bishop, Wayne, Skippy over there. I'll give you one right now. Skippy and Bishop are from Expositionary Force. I've been watching that recently. I got Watney, Casimir, Nate, Bob, and Vin. Let me know if you're as much of a nerd as me by naming all of those. Anyway, getting back to the point, we've got quantum entangler porters, and I'm going to make 10 to begin with, because you always need more than one. Because if you've got one, it doesn't really do anything, right? I mean, you could kind of use it as like a storage device, because you can pick it up and move it somewhere else, but yeah, you want two because you can set two to the same frequency, and then you can use one in one place and one in the other, and they act like the same one. It's hard to explain without showing you, so this is just going to go off and make us like all of the components for this. It does need quite a lot of atomic alloy, which is why it's making all of this reinforced alloy and then making the atomic alloy here. So I'll be back when this has finished crafting. Oh, that itself is a quest. So where is that quest? Am I blind? Oh, I am blind. It's right there. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to accept all, and we got some levels out of that, but we also got a bunch of stuff. Lovely. So, quantum entangler porter. We're going to stick one here, and we're going to stick one here. Now, I always forget which way around this goes. I think oxygen comes out this side. We do show recipe. Hydrogen goes out the left. Oxygen comes out the right. It doesn't matter, because you can actually set the sides. But we know now oxygen's going to come out this side, so I'm actually going to name this one. Oh, someone's already... Unknown. Unknown's already on it. I'm going to set a private one and set this to oxygen. Tick. That's private, just to me. And then the other one, let's do private again. Set this one to hydrogen. Is that how you spell hydrogen? There it is, hydrogen. It is how you spell it. I'm normally really poor at spelling. So anyway, this one's set to hydrogen, this one's set to oxygen. We just need to pump, well, we need to put power into this, and then we need to pump water in. But we've got a handy dandy sink in this pack, so we're going to use a sink. I thought I had the sink automated, but apparently my crafts for that have disappeared again. So the sink is like an infinite water source. Everyone knows this, right? So I'm going to stick that there. And we are actually going to make... Oh, that's a point. I'm going to make some recipes for this. Pipe at mech. So, oh, hello. These are the pipes from Mekanism. So I'm going to do that, that. So these pipes are just for fluids. They're not for like items or anything, just fluids. So there we go. We've got all of the different pipes right there, just like the logistical transporters. So now I can make, I don't really need that many, right? So that should make us, there you go, some pipes. I'm just going to do that, that, and now I just need to configure this, right? Yes, there should be no other output for this. It should just be like that, basically. That is item config, so we don't actually need to do that one. So fluids is just accept on all sides. Gases is output on these two. Yeah, perfect. So now all we need to do is give this power. And just because... Oh, you know what? We'll just stick it on the front. There you go, that'll do it. So that is producing some hydrogen. You can actually see the hydrogen go up right there. And you can see the oxygen go up right here. And obviously we're getting double the amount of hydrogen as oxygen, as I said. This means that we can just use entangler porters instead of this setup in all the places we need either hydrogen or oxygen. So that's actually kind of neat, I think. It's such a small setup as well. Right. What else do we need? So we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. So I think it was coal in a doobery. Where is it? Coal and hydrogen. Oh my god, there's so many flipping recipes for this. I mean, it is coal after all, but I swear there was a way of making coal into, wow, using oxygen and coal. Ah, I think it's this one. Chemical injection chamber. Is it this one? No, it's not. Pressurized reaction chamber. That's the one. Haha. So the pressurized reaction chamber, this one, if you put a piece of coal in, you get some sulfur out, and you get some hydrogen. That is a point. I forgot to do this. Always set these to dumping excess, because if you fill up on hydrogen, on the left, for example, on this one, but you're using oxygen in a bunch of places, and you're not using hydrogen, then this will stop producing, because this has an internal buffer, doesn't it? So the buffer will fill all the way up, and then this buffer will fill all the way up, and then this one will just stop, because it's like, well, I can't make any more, because this buffer is full. And you could say the exact same the other way around. So if you're using loads of hydrogen but no oxygen, you could say the other way around. So yeah, that's pretty decent. Always remember to do that, dumping excess. So I just realised I'm going to need like a butt ton of upgrades. So I did just set out upgrades. I set out like a ridiculous amount of speed upgrades. And I'm going to get the energy upgrades, because why not? We've got the resources, might as well. There's no skin off my nose, right? So this one, we need to pump water in. So water's going in this side. And again, fluids is fine. Gases, again, that needs to be fine as well. We are also going to do, because I put power in the bottom of this already. I think at the back here is where I'm going to put a tank. So just a basic tank. I've already made the recipe for this. Is a quest. So we put a tank at the back here. We can set this to export the gases to the tank like that, and I think we can just get rid of all of those as well. and we can get rid of all of these. And the only place where the fluids can come in is via the top. And the output for the gases, which is what gets generated right here, is going to go into this tank. And I can also set this tank to dumping excess. So we've got an extra supply right there of hydrogen, which is pretty decent. So this one here needs to be set to my oxygen supply. And again, this has got a side config. So we can set, again, this one has got like all of the side configs for every single thing, because it can do energy, it can do like slurries, pigments, infuser types even. So you could set up like a thing that feeds a bunch of infused materials into this and then use that. But anyway, gases, we need to output to the side with eject on, like that. So now the oxygen's coming in this side, and all we need to do is feed into this some coal. So I think exporter, I'm just going to run a cable underneath here. Cable. Have I got any cables nearby? I mean, that one's near enough, isn't it? So I can just run this over like that. Oh, I need another cable right there. And just like that. There you go. So the items for this need to come in the front. So that's auto accept. Again, we can turn all of these off. And the export for this, I want it to come out the side here. So all I need to do is put coal in like this. And again, this is refined storage, so I can just drag it over. And there you go. It's making us some sulfur dust, which again is super useful for GregTech as well as like everything else. So the sulfur dust we're going to use, so sulfur dust, to make sulfur dioxide. So we need a chemical oxidizer. So that's the next thing we need to automate. Again, we don't need to automate this. I'm just putting it in because why not? We also need to automate that. So oxidizer. Missing a barrel apparently. I don't have barrel. Okay, I set the barrel craft up properly there. And that is going to make us a chemical oxidizer. And with that, we can just stick the chemical oxidizer right here. We are going to need to give it power, so I'm going to do that. Oh, you're kidding. Go on. There you go. Is it making it? Where's all of my stuff gone? Weird. Never had that happen before. But I had to... Oh, no, it's gone again now. What about this one? What is going on? I had to break the external storage on this thing here. But it should at least show all of my stuff, right? Still not showing it. Priority, I had that set to 1000, I think. What the heck? What is going on? This is just showing me that I should have gone with applied energistics, like sooner rather than later. Oh, is it back? Is it? Oh, it is back. I don't know what happened there. It was just being weird. That might be because I'm on a server and there was a weird like blip with the server. But anyway, let's plonk that down. Input gases from this side. No, input items from this side, doesn't it? Yeah. And then what does this output again? Got ya. So it doesn't output any like items. It just outputs some gas, which is what the blue side is right here. This bit. Fine. Gate. Stick a gate underneath. I need my upgrades. Oh, I should go around and put all of my upgrades in for all of the energy upgrades. Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Again, I probably made far too many of these, but, you know, can't hurt. It's really satisfying as well, just like running around and clicking these on everything. So one thing I did forget to do with this one is set auto eject on the items right there. So that is going to make us some sulfur dioxide as fast as it can, which is great. Now we need the sulfur trioxide, which is the chemical infuser. which I don't think we've actually set up yet. So sulfur trioxide, chemical infuser. We might need a few of these, to be fair. I'm going to stick that in there. Chemical infuser. So I'm going to make... I'll just make the one for now, and I can just make the other ones later. But again, we've got oxygen now, because we can use an entangler porter for that. Excellent. Everything is broken again. I think it might have to do with the entangler porters, if I'm honest, because the entangler porters are in my system. Might have to go hoik those out. Okay, I did not find them in here before I checked back in here. And I managed to get them all out beforehand, but it is broken again. Excellent. I will just say, Mekanism has just come out, so we're expecting a few little bugs. But this one just needs to go down like that. And then we just need to set the sides for these as well. So the back is where... So if we do this... Back is where I get... Empty... Yeah, so that should be it. Oh, this is items, that's why. God's sake. I'm always doing that. Gases. Back is... Oh, hello. Items. No, gases. Why are you not pulling in? This one here should, on gases, be pushing like that. There we go. Cool. This is making some sulfur trioxide, and it's out of power. And I don't think I put the upgrades in this one either, so upgrades it is. And there we go. Look at that. Loads of sulfur trioxide already. So sulfuric acid is water vapor, which is just water in a rotary condensator. But you have to decondenstrate the water to make it to water vapor. And you add that in another chemical infuser. So let's get another infuser. Right, I need a rotary condensator as well. So I need to set all of these up again. Rotary condensator. So I need an... Oh, I missed the tanks. The tanks are just so useful from Mekanism. Honestly. So I can make a new one of these. Hopefully it doesn't crash my... Yeah, good. So this one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. Again, we need all the upgrades. I need to put power in the bottom. Idiot. I always do that. Oh, so annoying. Oh well. So this one is getting the trioxide on this side, on the back, and then this needs to condensate, so it's actually decondensating like that. And I'll set all of the upgrades and stuff up now. Right, there we go. Put everything in there. I put the sink up here, put the water in like that. That is getting us some sulfuric acid, so we got that. We now need fluorite. Luckily, fluorite. Oh my god, why can I not spell ever? Okay, there's an O after the U. Good to know. Luckily, we do have some fluorite ore. Now, oh, not this one. This one. So, I am going to set this up. And this is just going to break the fluorite ore with Fortune 3. Although we could probably do Fortune, whatever Fortune we've got, right? Help it out by just setting this up somewhere and then vein mining. I like that idea. Right, there we go. And I can just vein mine. Only does, 64 at a time? But that is a lot. A lot of fluorite right there. We should definitely make the B though. I think the B would be a good idea. See what I did there? Okay, we got a new thing, which is a chemical dissolution chamber. So we just need to plonk that in here. I might have overestimated the amount of crafts I needed. Dissolution chamber. Let's go off and make us one of those. And then we need another. I might just put it right here for now. Exporter. And we're going to export that fluorite that we just got. Right, I will admit, I just went for a dog walk because this is a lot to get through. But yeah, there we go. We're making some hydrofluoric acid. Classic. So once we got the hydrofluoric acid, we just need to put that with some uranium. Uranium oxide, which is chemical oxidizer. I think we've already got that, right? Chemical oxidizer. We do. So let's make a new one when it's done. And we also need an enrichment chamber. So that's just going to do its thing, and then we can use these two to make the stuff we need for the isotropic centrifuge. So we might as well just get that one on craft whilst we have it in our heads. Stick that one in. One of these bad boys. The whole reason I'm setting this up here, by the way, is because we can use a quantum entangler, and they're all in my system, right? No, not in my system. They're in my backpack right now. Right, here we go. This is the final part. The final part about what we have to do here. So this one is making the hydrofluoric acid, and we need this one to have the sided config of, what's this again? Chemical reaction chamber. So the chemical, wake up, there we go. Chemical reaction chamber is this one, I believe. So we want to set that to that, I think. Then we want the output to be, we want to output this stuff to there, to the isotropic centrifuge, whatever it's called. And then this one, we want to just be an input. So whatever comes out of this goes into the red. I think that's the way around we want to do it. Yeah, maybe we want to do it the other way around. Okay, let's do that the other way around. So like that. So it matches up with JEI, right? And now I just have to set all of these to the right-sided config. So actually, yes, like that. And we want to auto-eject on this one. This one, we want to input from the side here. And in fact, all of the rest of them we don't need like anything for. And we want output to the chemical infuser. And then this one, we've already set up. And then this one, we just need all of this to be, yeah, output basically. Well, input, I should say. So insert all the items. In fact, this doesn't take items, right? It does not. So we can get rid of all of those. Gases we want to input from like all of the sides. Technically, we don't even need to do that. We could just do this, and then we can output to the front, which is this bit right here. Cool. Okay. And now all I really need to do is go through, make sure all of the auto ejects are on, especially like this. So that one's on. That one is on, and then perfect. Now the last thing we need to do is put some uranium in like that. That's going to turn uranium into yellow cake. That's going to go into here. And it's going to make some uranium oxide. So it needs to be blue on the gases. That's the back. Okay. So that's definitely the input. And that's the output right there. So I must have messed this one up. So the back on this one, chemical dissolution chamber, that is wrong. Because this, again, is item configs. Whey! So again, we just need to get rid of these two, like that. And then that one. And then output is right there. And there we go. Fissile fuel. We are making fissile fuel. Let's get a quantum entangler out of our backpack. Stick that down like that. I'm going to go private one more time. And fissile fuel. Tick. There we go. So that is now pushing all of the fissile fuel out of this into here. And if we, well, we can see it on Jade right there. It says fissile fuel is going up. So we can use that fissile fuel in whatever we fancy. Like, we are going to use that probably next episode now to make ourselves a fission reactor. And then the fission reactor is going to give us some nuclear waste. And we'll get into all of that, gubbins. Wasted radioactive bees are a thing. Now, these wasted radioactive bees, you get them by getting some radiation, and then you kill off some radioactive bees, which I still need to make. I haven't made any radioactive bees yet. You kill them off, and then they turn into wasted radioactive bees. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get 5, 10, 20. We're going to get like a bunch of radioactive bees, right? and we're going to get them killed off with some radiation. There's a bunch of things we can do for that, and I will be explaining that next episode, I think. So I'm going to call it here. I think I've been talking for like the longest time now because okay, I will go up here even though it's loud. I love Mekanism. It's just such a like logical mod to me. It just makes the most sense. And I'm really happy that it's in the pack now. It's so good. And it looks amazing. So well done on all of the graphical changes as well. But yeah, I should call it here. I might have to split this into 2 again. I've been doing that recently. I've just been doing like a big recording sesh. So I apologise, but I might split it at some point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.